Welcome to Snap Vegan. We're eating on the cheap. Doesn't have to kill you. And I always have a fabulous hair day. Today I'm just going to cook up a rice medley grain blend. Throw some broccoli in there and make some northern beans. Throw a few pears on the side. But boy, I tell you what, it really tastes good. Salt, oil, and sugar-free coming up. Heat your water in a 4-quart pot, enough that you know will cover your beans. Measure out 1 cup of northern beans. Into a sieve. And rinse. Be sure and rinse your beans and check them for any stones that might be in there. Place your rinsed beans into the hot water and turn the water off and let them soak for 6 to 8 hours. When I buy my beans at the store, I'll bring them home and put them in a Ziploc container, and I cut the label off the front, and then on the back you'll see I've taped the cooking directions to the back of these. It's just easier to see what you have. The containers stack, doesn't take up much room, and I'm not going through everything I have to take everything out to see what's behind something, and it just makes it easier. Here's another tip for you. When you're buying, this is brown basmati, when you're buying rice like this and you're finished with that container, use it for beans. This is this is black beans. I know how to cook them by heart. Don't need no directions. But this is it's a great larger container that you can put your beans in. So save these containers for other dry goods. There's no sense in going out and buying more containers like this when what you already buy will make a great container when it's done. So there's another tip for the day. After your beans have soaked for 6 to 8 hours, rinse them and then put them back in the pot and add more water. You'll be slowly simmering them for an hour and a half to 2 hours. You can season if you want. I would not recommend using salt because salt toughens up beans as they cook. So I use pepper. This is a really good find I found at Walmart. It's a multigrain medley with brown rice, red rice, and quinoa. It is 100% whole grain, certified gluten-free, non-GMO verified. That is a trifecta win for me. And then it has 4 pre-portioned bags like this in it. And 1/4 cup of this is 140 calories. All the stats here are good. Zero cholesterol, 0 sodium, 0 saturated fat. It has total carbohydrate of 29 grams, dietary fiber of 3, protein 3, and the ingredients are only pre-cooked, parboiled whole grain brown rice, long grain, pre-cooked red rice, wild rice, and quinoa. But this is not one of those bags you put it on the stove and boil it in the bag. You have to open this bag and put the contents in a pot and cook it as directed. So what I'm going to do, excuse me, is I'm going to pair that with these beans. Now when these beans are ready, I'm just not hungry right now, so 2 hours I'll be hungry. So And when I do the beans like this, I really prefer the texture of just the old-fashioned way. Like I said, I could do this in an Instant Pot, 35 minutes, be done, but, you know, I like my beans a certain way, so I'm going to just do it this way. So, like I said, I'm going to save half the beans, and when I get to the 5-minute part of the rice, I'm going to get a handful of frozen broccoli, put it on top of that rice, put the lid back on, and let it steam while the rice is cooking. And then when we're done, we're going to have a beautiful meal with Great Northern beans, 4 kinds of rices, and some broccoli. It's going to be really good. I'm looking forward to it. So let's, I'll film it in progress. Remember in my Tefal unboxing, you see this really, really low heat here? I told you not to set it over medium heat because the heat evenly distributes. So I've got a really super low heat here. But look at the boil it's producing. So that's what I'm telling you about these Tefal pots and pans. That equal distribution of the heat doesn't require much at all to get the job done. And this is how our rice and broccoli are looking here. Looking really good. And then now we're gonna see, that's a super duper low heat. I'm just gonna go ahead and turn that off and let that do the absorption method. Alright, so there's our finished product on the quinoa and broccoli. And now I've made it like a well here in the middle. I'm going to scoop the beans right there. I told you I was going to be saving some of the beans for another little project. I'm going to top it with just a few chia seeds. And then we're going to drizzle just a little bit of balsamic vinegar. And then add pears. Isn't that gorgeous? Very simple. You have your greens and your grains and your protein and your fruit all on one plate. There you have it. There's a beautiful meal, and I hope you enjoy it. Have a good day now.